Hey everyone and welcome back. Man, today's deep dive, it's really got my head spinning. In a good way, of course.
Yeah.
We're talking AI search again, specifically some big, and I mean big, moves from Perplexity AI.
Yeah, they're really shaking things up.
Yeah.
Blending the power of the entire internet with your own, personalized knowledge base.
Okay, stop right there for a second because that's what always trips me up. Like, I've got files everywhere. Seriously, it's a mess.
Yeah.
But Perplexity calls this new feature internal knowledge search. So is this solving that exact problem? Organizing my digital chaos?
It really is addressing that, the information overload so many of us face. You get to choose what's crucial. Those key files, reports, presentations, notes, the stuff that only makes sense to you. Perplexity takes those and makes them searchable. But here's the kicker alongside global web results. All at once.
Wait, so I can ask it a question and it'll search both my messy computer and the entire internet at the same time?
Exactly.
That's wild. And they're already testing this.
Oh, yeah.
With some big names, like who are we talking about?
NVIDIA, Databricks,
Whoa.
even Fortune magazine.
Okay, imagine the possibilities with that kind of access.
It's pretty incredible. It could completely transform how companies operate.
Yeah.
Streamlining due diligence, supercharging product development.
I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Okay, but wait. Buckle up, everyone, because Perplexity didn't stop there. They also just unveiled Spaces. And whoa, this is next level collaboration.
Yeah.
We're talking shared workspaces where your team, they don't just see the same files, right?
Yeah.
They can actually fine-tune Perplexity's AI to respond in a way that makes sense for their data.
It's like having a customized AI expert that's been trained on your team's collective brain power.
Whoa.
It's fascinating, really. It makes you think about the future of teamwork.
For sure.
How specialized knowledge will be shared and, really utilized going forward.
And don't worry, everyone listening, I know what you're thinking. Privacy.
Yeah.
But Perplexity seems to get it. They're all about user control when it comes to data access.
Oh, absolutely.
And they've made it crystal clear. What happens in your spaces stays in your spaces.
Yes.
They've been really vocal about how important data security is to them, especially with this kind of sensitive information.
Right, right. And what we're seeing here is actually part of a bigger trend. It's called retrieval augmented generation, or, RAG for short.
Okay, I've heard whispers about RAG.
Yeah.
Break it down for us. What is it?
Essentially, it's all about making AI smarter. But not just smarter in a general sense, smarter by giving it the ability to learn from very specific sets of data.
So instead of just searching for a keyword, it's like we're teaching the AI to actually understand what our information really means, right? Like the context, the nuances.
Precisely. And that changes everything. That's why Perplexity is now going head-to-head with some of the bigger players out there. We're talking about platforms like Glean and Elastic. They've been in the R game for a while now.
Oh, for sure.
It'll be fascinating to see how this all plays out. This competition, it's bound to push the limits of what AI can really do.
It really is. This is already blowing my mind, but let's zoom in for a second.
Yeah.
How does this internal knowledge search, how does it actually work in the real world? What are we talking about here?
So it's pretty straightforward. Perplexity users, they can upload specific files to their dashboards, right?
Okay.
And then Perplexity indexes those files, makes them searchable. But here's the thing, and this is key. It's not about just dumping your entire digital life into the system. It's about being selective.
Oh, so you're saying it's curated.
Exactly. You choose what's most important, the stuff that matters. And that helps cut through all the noise. You avoid that information overload we were talking about.
I was just reading about this, and Perplexity's head of enterprise product, D.E.L.T.A, he actually said something similar in a recent interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was talking about how by encouraging users to be picky about what they upload, it actually forces them to really think about their information.
Right, right.
And it helps them avoid having to wade through, mountains of useless files every time they need something.
Yeah, it makes sense. There are file upload limits in place, of course, although, those might change as the feature evolves. But for now, you can upload a bunch of different file types, Excel spreadsheets, Word docs, PDFs, right from your computer, your phone, whatever you use.
So even with those limits, it sounds like Perplexity is pretty confident that this whole internal knowledge search thing could really change the way businesses operate.
Absolutely. And this is where it gets even more interesting. Because it's not like Perplexity just, threw this out there without testing it.
Right.
They've actually been working with companies, like we were saying, NVIDIA, Databricks,
Yeah.
Fortune magazine even, seeing how different teams use this in the real world.
Oh, that's smart. So what's the verdict? Is it living up to all the hype?
Early feedback says, yeah.
Come on, real.
Oh, yeah. They've seen it all. Teams using it to combine like their internal research with news articles,
Uh-huh.
for faster due diligence. Sales teams integrating older materials with like current insights to make their proposals even better.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. No more digging through like a million
Oh,
emails.
tell me about it.
Or those ancient folders on your computer.
Yes.
Trying to find that one crucial document from, like, who even knows when.
Right.
This is a game changer.
Oh, yeah. It could totally revolutionize productivity.
For sure.
And it's not even just about speed, right?
Yeah.
It's about making smarter decisions, more informed decisions.
Right. Right. Because you have all the information.
Exactly. Think about it. The entire internet's knowledge,
Okay?
combined with that deep, very specific knowledge that's usually trapped inside a company.
That's a really good point. And you know what? It sounds like Perplexity actually thought about that because they made it really clear for users to tell the difference between the info, like, is this from, the wilds of the internet or is this from one of my files?
Yeah, absolutely. Clear tagging,
Yeah.
so you know exactly where the information is coming from, a website, one of your uploads.
I like
It
that.
lets you very quickly assess the source. And then, if it's something that you need to really dive into, you can.
Okay, so this ties back into those collaborative spaces we were talking about earlier, right?
Exactly.
And you mentioned, like, being able to customize Perplexity's AI.
Yeah,
So now that we kind of have a better handle on how this whole thing works, can we, like, unpack that a bit? What does that actually look like in action?
of course. So think of it this way. Within your team's space, you can give Perplexity specific instructions.
Okay.
Or, you can even pre-program responses that are tailored to your internal data.
So it's not just searching. It's almost like training.
It's like fine-tuning. It's making the AI even more accurate, way more relevant to what you're doing.
Oh, okay, I see. So for example, let's say I'm on a team of biologists and we're researching a specific protein.
Okay.
Could we upload all of our research papers, our lab notes, all that, and then train Perplexity to actually understand that data? So when we ask it a question, it's not just looking for keywords, it's actually pulling from our collective knowledge about this protein.
Exactly. That's the whole idea. And, because we're talking about potentially sensitive company information, Perplexity gives users total control over who has access to those spaces.
Which is huge.
Huge. And they've been really clear about this. Any files, any searches within a space, it's not being used to train their general AI, unless a company specifically says, yes, use our data.
So they're not scooping up a company's internal data to train their AI without permission.
No, no, no. Enterprise Pro users have to opt in if they want their data used for AI training.
Gotcha.
They've really emphasized that commitment to data security and, user privacy.
And that's critical, especially now that they're going up against some pretty established players in the AI world.
Right.
Like we were talking about before, Glean, Elastic.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say, really makes Perplexity stand out in this, like, increasingly crowded space?
That's a great question. I'd say one of the biggest differences is Perplexity's focus on user experience.
Okay.
They really try to make their platform intuitive and user-friendly. Yeah.
Even for those who aren't, tech wizards.
Right, because not everyone's a tech whiz.
Exactly.
It's got to be easy to use.
Exactly. Exactly. And then there's that revenue sharing program, which is really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that. How does that work?
So it mainly benefits media companies. And basically, when a Perplexity user clicks a link to a partner site from their search results, that partner site gets a cut of the revenue.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
So it's like everyone wins.
it seems like it, yeah.
Perplexity gets more users. Those partner sites, they get more traffic, and the users get access to, hopefully high-quality content.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a win-win-win, like you said. The real test, of course, is going to be if Perplexity can keep this up.
Right.
Maintain this momentum, keep attracting new users, especially with,
Giants in the
the
background.
giants, exactly. Google's
Yeah.
always evolving.
Oh, for sure. Constantly moving that goalpost.
Always got to be one step ahead. But for now, you got to hand it to Perplexity. Their approach to this whole internal knowledge search, these collaborative workspaces, it's pretty disruptive.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, they're not slowing down. They're already looking ahead to things like third-party data integration.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Tell me more. Third-party data integration. What does that even mean? Third-party data integration. Okay, that sounds huge, But, like, paint me a picture. What does that actually look like?
So imagine this. Perplexity integrates with platforms like, say, Crunchbase
Okay. Familiar with that one?
or FactSet. Yeah,
Guts.
that means users can access and search those databases.
Okay.
But here's the thing, they can do it right from their Perplexity spaces.
Wait, hold on. So instead of me having, like, a million tabs open jumping between platforms,
Yeah.
I could be doing a market analysis in Perplexity.
Right.
Pull in, like, venture capital funding data from Crunchbase,
Yes.
and I never even have to leave my Perplexity space.
You got it. It's about streamlining your workflow. Having everything you need all in one place.
I love it.
And it gets even better.
Okay.
Perplexity says this integration will also let you use your personalized searches from those third-party platforms inside Perplexity.
Whoa. Okay. So if I'm tracking, like, a specific set of companies on FactSet,
Right.
I can pull that list into my Perplexity space and use it, like, as part of my research.
Precisely. It's all about connecting those dots, breaking down those walls between all those different platforms.
Mhm.
All those information silos that make it so hard to see the bigger picture. It's like, finally.
It's such a pain. And we've covered so much ground today.
I know, right?
Perplexity's new features, the future of AI search, like, my brain is full.
Yeah.
But as we kind of start to wrap up this deep dive, what's the, like, one big takeaway you hope our listeners, walk away with?
I think it comes down to this. The way we use information, how we access it,
Yeah.
it's changing. And it's not just in the workplace.
Right.
It's our personal lives, too. Tools like Perplexity, they're leading the charge. And it's not even just about finding information anymore. It's about, like you were saying, curating it,
Yeah.
understanding the context, using it to actually do new things, to innovate, work together better, to just, like, wrap our heads around the world better.
It's true. I love that. We're moving beyond just Googling stuff,
Yeah.
We're entering a whole new world where we get to shape the information to what we need and use it to really make discoveries.
Absolutely.
That's an exciting time to be, like, a knowledge seeker.
It really is. And who knows what's next, right?
Right. That's the best part. Until next time, everyone, stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll be here to help make sense of it all.